guys, it's Kendra here. So today I'm going to be filming a review and demo for you guys on this foundation. This is the Lancome Ultra 24 Hour Makeup. I've been using this foundation for quite a while now. I got it back in, I think, June when I was in LA for Generation Beauty. So I've been using this a few months now, and I think I can give like a pretty decent review on it. And you guys know that this has been one of my most used foundations lately, and you heard me talk about it in mine and Kelsey's top foundations for oily skin video. Okay, so first off, like I always do, I'm just going to read what it claims to do on Sephora's website and give you guys my take on it, and then obviously I have some clips of me applying the foundation. So I'm just going to get right into it. So on the Sephora website, it says what it is a perfecting foundation with 24-hour staying power. So what this claims to do is, it says this velvety smooth foundation blends effortlessly for shine-free, round-the-clock comfort. Retouching throughout the day is unnecessary with this expert formula, which took Lancome 8 years of research to perfect and unveil. Available in an impressively wide range of shades, Tint Ultra 24 Hour provides all skin tones flawless, even complexion, perfecting coverage. Okay, so that's what it claims to do on Sephora's website, and I can't say majority of that was true. I will say, as far as them saying you won't have to touch up, I do have to touch up, obviously, because I'm oily and my T-zone is just so stubborn that no matter what foundation I use, I always have to touch up my T-zone, and I think that's common for a lot of people. It does say it's supposed to have round-the-clock comfort, and that's one of the main things I really love about this foundation, is that it's like really comfortable. Like, it's very like a thin consistency, like really watery texture, so you don't feel like a super thick foundation on your skin, because I know some people don't really like super thick foundations. This will be really good if you're one of those people who like a really fine consistency of a foundation. And I will say this, they say it's supposed to be like perfecting foundation, and I will say it's very buildable coverage. It's not super full coverage. I would say it's medium to full coverage, because I feel like one pump is like medium coverage and you can see like still some of your like, you know, imperfections peeking through. If you're one of those people who like that, then you can just do like one pump of it. But for me, I personally like to do 2 pumps, because I just feel like I get the most coverage that way. And for me, when I wear a foundation, I need it to be flawless. I think I mentioned this in my MAC Pro Longwear review. I just like flawless finishes with any foundation that I wear, because I feel like if you want your skin to peek through, for me personally, I just want to wear makeup. So if I'm wearing a foundation, it needs to be super duper flawless. So I will say that this does give me that only when I apply like a second layer, or if I just go ahead and do 2 pumps. So as far as the finish, I would say it's more of like a satiny finish, like not dewy but not super matte like my Kat Von D. Like that stuff is the truth when it comes to like matte. That's probably like my #1 favorite high-end foundation when it comes to like an all-in-one kind of thing, if you're one of those kind of people. But if you're someone who likes to still have like a tiny bit of glow, it's not like a dewy finish. I think it's a satin finish in my opinion from what I've experienced, and I really do like this. I feel like it's a great like everyday foundation, like if you're going to work, or you know, somewhere, you know, where you just want your skin to look nice but you don't want to look super matte. Even though I'm like all about that matte life, I always like to carry powder with me, and I make sure I'm matte. Y'all know the only place I like to be glowy is on my cheeks. So if you're one of those people who don't really like MAC foundations, which y'all know the Pro Longwear is like in my top 3 for like my favorite high-end foundations. My #1 is my Kat Von D, my #2 is the MAC Pro Longwear, and then I would say this is my #3. So this is really good stuff, y'all. So if you're someone who doesn't really like super thick foundation like the Kat Von D, even though I'm in love with it, and if you don't like MAC foundations, because I know a lot of people don't really like how MAC foundations work with their skin. Some people break out, some people just don't like how it feels. If you don't like any of those 2 favorites of mine, then go get this. So you need this foundation in your life. Like if you're looking for a new high-end foundation, you should most definitely try this. So as far as how I apply this, I pretty much apply it exactly how I applied my other foundations. I use my Sigma Flat Top Kabuki. You guys know this is like my all-time favorite foundation brush, besides my Real Techniques one, which is like a little bit smaller and it has more of a rounded edge. This is just like a flat top. So the way I apply, y'all know I just like to stiffle it on my face. Like I like to stiff, and then I like to buff it in after that. I told y'all like that's the best way to get good coverage, especially to work with these kind of brushes. I feel like you get the best out of this brush if you use it that way, in my opinion. So I like to stiffle it on, and then after I stiffle it on, I kind of buff it out and kind of blend it to get it to like sink into my skin a little bit more, because sometimes if you just stiffle it on, it won't blend as well. Or if you just go ahead and start like you know, blending it on, it gets kind of streaky. So I feel like those two combined work better together. So that's a good way to apply your foundation if you've been, you know, struggling with trying to get like that flawless look, or trying to figure out how to, you know, get your foundation to work for your skin. So I feel like the brush also makes a huge difference. So I'll link this brush down below for you guys if you guys want to check it out. And I also feel like a dense brush is also really good. So this is most definitely dense. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention that I always apply a primer before I apply any of my foundations. Obviously I moisturize every single day, even when I don't wear makeup. So moisturizer is obviously very, very important, even if you have oily skin, combination dry. Everybody needs a moisturizer before you put anything like makeup wise on your face, or just even if you're not wearing makeup, wear moisturizer. But the primer that I use today is the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. It's supposed to be 12-hour perfecting primer. You can use whatever primer that works for you. You can use Maybelline Baby Skin or anything that works for you. But this is one of my favorite primers, and I also love the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, but I just wanted to use this one for today. This is like a really silicone-like consistency. So if you're one of those people who like silicone primers, I would highly recommend this. And as far as my color in this I am in the color 510 Suede C. And I also did mention on the website, it does say they have 27 shades, which is amazing, because y'all know if you're like, you know, of color, they be trying to, you know, play us sometimes with the color range. And I feel like some foundations that I want to try, they don't have my color, and it's kind of not fair, you know. So I feel like they did a really, really good job with having a wide range of colors. I feel like they have like a good even amount of different kinds of shades. Like they have like a good really, really light ivory section, like a really nice tan section, a medium section, and then like a caramel to dark section, which is like the area that I'm in. If you guys don't know by now, you know that I try to match my foundation to like my entire body, like my arms and all that, because for some reason you guys can see my chest is really more on the olivey, more lighter side, because my face is obviously the same color as, like, you know, my chest. You're gonna see in the demo that it does go on a little bit darker than my actual skin tone, but that's how I like it, because I don't want to look like a ghost, if that makes sense. I don't want to look ghostly, you know. I like for it to match my arms, and I like to look healthy and, you know, not dead. So that's how I like to match my foundations. Go to MAC, get color matched. I would suggest doing that, or some people just know what works for them. Like, you know yourself, you know your skin. So just do what works for you. I like matching my foundation that way. That's just my cup of tea. If you don't like, you know, if you don't like that, that's okay too, whatever. Oh, and I also forgot to add that this does have SPF 15, which is also a really good plus if you guys want a foundation with SPF in it, you know, protection from the sun. It's not like a huge amount, but it's still good to have in a foundation. And also, of course, the packaging. You guys know I love any foundation with a pump. Like, I still feel like my Revlon Color Stay, which is my favorite drugstore foundation, they still need to get a pump. It's been like the same packaging for years now, and I feel like they need to, you know, step up their game with their packaging. But as far as this packaging goes, I love that it has a pump. Like, that's super, super convenient for me. And I just love this. It's like a frosted finish. I think they did the frosted finish because if you guys don't know, Lancome, they also have like a dewy version of this foundation. It's called I think the Lancome Tient Miracle or something like that. I don't know if that's exactly right, but I know it has the word miracle in it. I know it's supposed to be more of like a dewy finish. So if you guys like dewy finish foundations, and if you don't like the matte foundations like I do, you can try that one. And I'm sure they have pretty much the same amount of shades as well. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this foundation. I would give it a 5 out of 5 just because it's like a really good all-around foundation. And I've been using it for quite a while now, a few months. Like I said, I got it in June. And I feel like it hasn't broken me out, and I feel like it's like a good overall foundation. I don't feel it on my skin right now. I feel like my skin is breathing. It doesn't feel like really cakey or heavy or anything. So go get this foundation if you're looking for a high-end foundation. It's okay to, you know, splurge on yourself, especially a foundation every now and then, because I feel like foundation is like one of the most important things as far as makeup goes, because it's going on your face and you want your makeup to last. I'm one of those people, I want makeup to last. I don't want to feel like I wasted my money and my makeup is just going to melt off my face. No, I need my stuff to last, and I need, you know, good quality stuff. It's okay to have like your favorite. It's okay to have drugstore stuff. If that works too, fine, get that. But if you can find at least one high-end foundation, I would suggest trying this one if you haven't found one that works for you yet. So that pretty much completes this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, and it took me a while to get around to doing a review for this. Honestly, I forgot, and then I remember when I was putting this on my face the other day, and I was like, oh wait, I have to do a review and demo on this video. On this foundation. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.